Hello everyone, welcome back to Seoul Guide Medical YouTube channel. We will dive into under-eye repositioning and under-eye fat grafting, from consultation, actual procedure, post-operation, and more.
Hello everybody, my name is Tony Medina, CEO of Seoul Guide Medical, and today I'm here with my good friend Sydney. Hi Sydney.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Tired, but I am looking forward to this.
Great. So you may recognize Sydney from several other videos as we've known each other for a while. We've helped her with her wonderful teeth. Her smile is fantastic and her skin. And you contacted me a while ago asking for some help. Can you explain to everybody what you wish to have?
So I don't know if you can notice, but I have quite dark under eyes and they're quite puffy as well. And so even if I sleep well, I look tired. And when I'm on a shoot, the makeup artists are like, "Oh, are you tired?" Or like, "Oh my gosh, like you look so tired because your dark circles are." And so no matter how much they put on makeup, because they can only put on so much before it looks too cakey on the film, it's an issue. So I really would like that corrected, and just I would like not people coming up to me like, "Oh, you look so tired, are you okay?" all the time when I am feeling okay. So
If you watch my video from years ago, I had the same thing. It's been 5 or 6 years since I had it.
oh, okay.
And last night I really didn't sleep very much, but it's still okay.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking, compared to 5 or 6 years ago, it was really, really bad back then. Like I looked like a hollowed out panda. But in her case, she has a little bit of pandaness going on, but she's got fat clumped up. And unfortunately, if your fat is clumped up, no amount of makeup is really going to help. So the best way to fix it is to first reposition the fat, remove any extra fat that is unnecessary, and graft extra fat, usually from the middle of the belly button or the back of the thigh, and reposition that new grafted fat. The reason you most likely need to inject new fat is because if you just reposition the old fat, it's not going to look as good or cover as much. Another option that people often ask about is filler.
Okay.
Have you heard about filler?
No, I haven't.
So filler is an option, but I don't really like to put filler under the eyes too much. If you do it once, if you do it twice, it should be fine. It's a temporary measure. But think about blowing up a balloon. If you blow up a balloon and then you let it go, it expands, right? The same thing can happen to your skin.
Okay.
And the area under here is very sensitive anyways. So if you just do the fat grafting and the fat repositioning, number one, over the long run, it's going to be more economically feasible.
Perfect.
And it's going to last longer. It's your own natural fat. But there's a catch. You can't just do it once. Do you know how many times you have to do it?
I think it's like 2 or 3 times.
2 times is good enough.
Okay.
What happens is that when you graft fat into your body, about 50% or so, sometimes 40, sometimes 60, it ends up reabsorbing into your body. So what you need to do is come back a minimum of 3 weeks, preferably 4 weeks or more later.
Okay.
And it takes just about 10 minutes. You don't even need to go to sleep under sedation. The doctor pretty much injects you with the fat and grafts it on and pushes it into place. And if you do that, you end up with a survival rate of 70 to 80% usually,
Okay.
give or take. But that's the goal of what you're going for. So if you do it just once, you can expect about half of the result that is possible. And if you do it twice within 3 or 4 weeks, you're going to expect the full result. Fat can last up to 3 months. So you can store it at the clinic, but you need to come back within 3 months to do the second procedure.
Okay. Wow. I did not know about that part.
The doctor will explain everything, but that's one of the services we offer at Seoul Guide Medical. When you contact us, we'll be able to explain this from beginning to end. And then when you go in to see the doctor, you'll have a lot of knowledge base.
Sounds good. Yeah, and then the only one thing I'm worried about is the recovery, because I do have very fine and delicate skin. So the recovery, I heard, is around a week or more usually, right?
It depends. When we did her skincare, her skin got pretty red. So her skin is very sensitive. She might get a little bit of bruising when the injection point happens, but you can say a week or so and you can cover it with makeup. But if you have any bruising, it could take 2, 3, even up to 4 weeks to fully heal.
Okay.
So you can think I'm gonna need makeup, but I've seen cases where they just have like a slight little indentation,
Okay.
and then they're fine. In my case, I had a little bit of bruising. Let's not expect that. Let's expect the bruising, and then
Yeah.
we'll have good expectations going in.
I can say I was in a fight. What about for those who come to Korea and only have time to get one session done and not get the second one?
Well, if you only have time for one session, you can still get the treatment, but what'll happen is 50% of the fat will be gone. It's still a 50% improvement over what you started with. If you want the absolute best results, you're going to need 2 sessions, but if you don't have a choice, if you're just coming for like a week, you're going to get a 50% improvement over what you have, which even like a 10% improvement on your face is gigantic. You know, we put on creams and stuff like that, and because we work in skincare as well, and there's really minimal improvement, like a 1% improvement with that stuff. So if you're talking about a 50% improvement, it's still a dramatic difference. But again, if you want the best result, if you want to hit that 70-80% improvement range, then you're going to need 2 sessions.
Okay. Sounds good.
Last thing, where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Go Canada.
Thank you so much. I can't wait.
Good, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Start by changing you into the surgery gown. Please follow me.
Before we continue, you can visit seoulguidemedical.com.
Refocus what the doctor said. So this bottom part is missing a lot of volume, so the fat has actually clumped up closer to your eye. So because there's existing fat here, this can be repositioned. But even though you have the existing fat, as we age, we lose fat in the lower part. So this part needs to have fat grafted in, as repositioning won't be enough to cover the lower portion of the missing volume.
Aging causes thinning and drooping of the eye muscles, particularly orbicularis oculi muscle and cheek fat, giving your eyes the typical droopy and baggy eyelids. Fat transfer is variously known as fat repositioning, fat injection, fat grafting, or fat transposition.
So the reason why I decided to go with SGM is because even though I speak Korean to an extent, I don't have a working knowledge of all the medical terms. So through SGM, they give me translators and they speak English to me perfectly and are able to assist me in terminology that I have no idea about. And it's just a really great middleman to help me get what I want done easily and safely.